Let's turn down the music a little. How's everyone doing this morning? Just still waking up. Yeah, thank you, Lessons Learned. Oh hey, Tanaki Wolf, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so I haven't done much with the affiliate, and unfortunately, yeah, the interest screen. So I might as well get something for for stream from Streamlabs, not Spectrum. Hey, thank you for following. So yeah, I originally got Steam Labs for two reasons: multi-streaming and to have like a named like bot. Which actually, the reason why that's not showing up is because this thing didn't put a alert box. It's so weird. You need an alert box. Whoops. You need an alert box. There we go. Oh hey, thank you for the biddies. You didn't have to, Lessons Learned, but thank you. I appreciate it. Huh. Actually, I was pretty sure I should have an alert for that besides the default, but I might not. I think the biddies thing is different than my other notifications. You would think like all these layouts would also have like by default the alert boxes and the chat boxes in there, but you gotta set those up yourself. So how's everyone doing this morning? Yeah, each one should be separate on Streamlabs. Yeah. Yeah, all the widgets and stuff are separate. Yeah, but this is like a Streamlabs themed thing. The whole like screen intro thing. I'm tired but chill. Did you just come out from work or are you just waking up? So it comes with like all these other screens and like these fancy transitions. Pew pew. Well, I have this set up for Mass Effect Andromeda. But pew! Little background thing and the ending thing. And I guess like you can have an offline screen. I don't know why this one's labeled intermission, and this doesn't look like an intermission thing, unless you're supposed to have like a video playing, I guess. And it has your name up there. It's an interesting concept, because there's also like a scene, but it's not really a scene, it's more for those social media links. Yeah, the phew. I thought I should go with something spacey since I've been playing Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh, ooh, waking up after insomnia. Oh, I hope you got plenty of sleep. And it's so lame. I was going to commission an intro screen, but the artist hasn't gotten back to me. Yeah, and so I'm working with someone to see about getting like emotes and stuff for it. Like, I started like dueling concepts right here. I haven't drawn in quite a while, so my art is really lacking. My first one, I was thinking of just like making my concept for my thirsty emote, which is either like a bottle of milk, like one of those little fancy bottles of milk, rather suggestive with like some milk in it, with like a little emblem of clearly a bull flexing that says fresh milk on it, but I'm not entirely sure how the compression on those emotes works. Because I noticed that some of the emotes have like really good details, but I can't tell if that's because like they have a high-res image uploaded, and just for like all these smaller ones, like when you have your list right here, if those just get compressed. Or I noticed that you're supposed to, or you can either upload them in 3 different sizes, which of course they're kind of small, so you're going to lose a lot of quality with that. You have to keep the details simple and use good contrasting colors. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's how you get them to look good. And colors in me, I'm not very good with like color choices. I mean, look what I'm wearing. Like red and black, and I have purple lights, which I have my regular light turned on now since I'm just chatting right here. But that's why you hire an artist who can do that. So I gave her some, like, I kind of told her my ideas, what I'm going for. I was thinking of having, like, the bull, you can do multi-part emotes like this. Yeah, you can also do that, too, if you wanted something big. Because I was thinking, because you start off with 3 emo slots, which I'm surprised. But I guess they want you to put, like, your different tiers to try to entice people to subscribe to you, and, like, higher tiers, which some of those higher tiers, like, oof, that's pretty expensive. Though I've seen some other creators out there that put all their emo slots, or it seems like they either have so many followers that they can have most of their emo slots in their like lower tier one, and then because that's all I ever see is they only have lower tier ones. They don't put any in their higher tiers. And it doesn't seem like you can tell it that, like, no, I don't want a $10 tier emote slot. Can I just have that slotted as an additional, like, tier 1 sub and what have you? Chill to some Priest Pop right here. It's like my favorite band. But yeah, so I was talking to her, and I was like, we'll either make it like a little bottle of milk with maybe like a cow on it, or maybe either go with just the emblem of like a cow flexing, like a bull flexing that says fresh milk on it, implying other things other than milk. And I was also thinking of like making the bull. I can't remember his name. I haven't played the game yet, but the bull definitely looks very sexy. The bull from Hades. I assume he's a minotaur. That's a game I should pick up and play on stream or something. I don't think the words fresh milk read mode. Yeah. Yeah, so it really depends on how well you have it compressed. Let's see, I still subscribed. There's some people that I've been gifted or subscribed to. Here's this one with like trans rights on it. That's odd. I'm pretty sure I also have that set to be bigger, the images. But yeah, like here's one of my favorite streamers, Hannah Reloaded. Like, you can't really see the words when I'm choosing it off the list, but you can when you have it up on the screen. But yeah, not so much in the chat right here. Yeah, that's weird. Dream Labs. So I feel like I had those a lot larger than before, and then what they're showing up. Let's see. Emote wall. Yeah, I think it also depends on how big you have your... I keep moving my mouse like you can see it, but you can't. I'm pointing over here to the corner. the chat box. Pew. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, like you can't really see the source when you're supposed to be yelling, asking for a source. Hey, thank you, Legro. Good to see you here. How you doing? You can barely make out the traveling. We're just chatting emotes. You can't even tell on the Hans Worm hat that it's a hat, but it also says Hans and like little worms on it, unless it's on the screen. And like the Baja Blast one, you can make out the words blast, but you can't really see what it is, and it's a Hannah's girlfriend holding a book. Yeah, the vote looks good because that's all it is to it. It's huge and it's just the word vote. But yeah, that's what I see what you mean. You got to keep it simple. You can't have like super detailed. But some of the like some of these picture ones that are in by default, like let me see. Like the Bob Ross one seems pretty detailed. But that just could be compression, and I'm sure most of the pictures we have of Bob Ross aren't in high def. I only designed one emote and took a few tries. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, hey Legros, thank you for subscribing. Really? Oh, thank you. I was supposed to say, like, you weren't following me. Oh, you subscribed. Oh, thank you. What, you subscribed with an Amazon Prime? I appreciate it. Shady Shush. That's cute though. I like that emote. Their hair is fabulous. Ooh, are you an artist, Nat Spectrum? Yeah, see, if I go to Shady Shady Gaming this page, I think it might be because I have what is it, the those plugins, Frank something. It's like, wow, it's slipping my mind. I'm getting old. Add-ons. Or Franker Phases Z. Like when I hover over them, I get a pretty good enlargement of the emotes. Love the hair though. I give them a follow. Bloodborne charity. I am, though I'm also out of practice. Yeah, it's sitting, and nowadays I find it hard to just kind of sit there and just focus on one thing, like creatively. Oh, you can click on the emotes and chats to get a better look at them. Yeah, like I can, but so yeah, I get like when I click on Shady Gamers emote, like I do get a better one, but if I go to their channel and click on the when I look at their emotes and hover over them, it's like a better one. Although that could also be because I am looking at the chat box in Streamlabs, which is probably not using that add-in. No, did I turn off? Oh yeah, I closed my like Stream Manager. Or never mind, I'm looking at wrong tab. Okay, yeah, on the actual on my browser I can see it a lot better. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with all these other, like, emote slots. I honestly I was only expecting to get, like, one emote slot. I didn't realize you actually get 3 right off the bat, just at different tiers. I thought, like, you only started off being able to have, like, $5. I seem to be back on. Yeah, so I'm also trying to see. I bumped up my quality a little in terms of resolution, just like a step above, and turned up the bitrate just a little, so maybe I could get like a clearer picture. But the other problem too is like my internet lately has been just terrible, and so I'm hoping that like it doesn't just keep dropping. So far, that was just the first one. I haven't had any drop frames, but that's new. It's just a quick disconnect and reconnect. We've been having internet troubles. I'm not sure if anyone else has been experiencing it. Has anyone else been having a lot of internet issues? And I think that might be because of the whole COVID, the quarantine thing. There's more people online. There's more people that are telecommuting. There's more people that are staying at home and consuming media on the internet. So it's taking up a lot more bandwidth. Probably more than what a lot of places have their infrastructure is originally able to support. My husband Cold Stare, like right now he's been really getting at our internet provider. He knows a lot more of the technical side about what's going on. He says like our node is oversubscribed and it really needs to be split up. He can look at like the numbers and the modems and stuff and kind of understand what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah, here in the UK, and we've had internet issues not too long ago. Yeah, lately it's been really bad. Like, we're not even getting anywhere near the upload speeds. We're paying for up to 10 megabytes or 10 megabytes per second. We're lucky if we can get 3. We're really lucky if we can stay at a stable 2. Like, that's bull right there. Like, I know they say that that's a CYA up to, like, speeds up to 100 megabytes per second. So it's not always 100 megabytes per second, but it's up to. But there's also like, hey, I'm paying you for at least get closer to that number. Like, I've been considering doing like more multiplayer games and stuff to stream, but I'm not entirely sure if I can, because if I'm trying to play an online game with someone and then try to stream at the same time, like what that's gonna use up a lot more bandwidth, and if all I can get is 3, like at the most, I'm either gonna be like, in order to do that properly, I'm gonna have to like stream at a really low res with a really low bit rate, and then no one will be able to see anything. Yeah, streaming online games can be difficult. Yeah, I'm always so paranoid about overtaxing my hardware as well. Maybe just because I spend so much money on my on my computer. It's not like the super top tier, but I try to like future-proof it as much as possible when I first made the investment, so that I wouldn't have to. Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's using Wi-Fi. one of the other things I want to do is invest is to get like run a cable from the modem into my computer into other parts of the house. Even like I don't care if I had to poke holes in the ceiling. I kind of don't want to just run them on the floor because we got a lot of pets running around. Our cats like to chew on stuff. They're not particularly smart either, so they'll chew on anything they're not supposed to. So I don't care if I had to like just climb into the crawl space of my house and drill holes in the ceiling and run it through. I don't care if that looks tacky. I'll do that. But yeah, I know wired connections can be better, but my husband has his computer hooked up wiredly, and it doesn't make a difference in terms of the upload speed. We're not getting anywhere near as much as what we're supposed to. And of course, he's been at it, like, he's been yelling at Cox for quite a while the past month, just because we get like internet like drop-offs. We got a new modem. We made the investment in getting a new modem that's more up to date on hardware, and still having the same issues. So it's not the hardware; it's on your end, guys. And it's so dumb because like he seems to like he knows more than the person he's talking to on the phone. Like the poor guy on the other end is just a customer service rep. They don't know anything about the tech side. And apparently they got rid of their level 2 like customer service tech support people. That they pretty much just pay anyone that can do customer service and not necessarily know anything about like connections and internet and all that stuff. Hey, good morning, Creepy Darkness. No, it's not a new cam setup. It's just a new I just have the camera set up as full screen. I was messing around with like the transition scenes and stuff. Since I'm subscribed to stupid Streamlabs for like another 12 months or 11 months or something, I figured I might as well get the I guess get my money's worth and get like a theme transition thing. Oh yeah, the Creeping Darkness. And to give a follow to her. I love her little wavy emotes. Yeah. I always like chilling emotes. I think a channel with like really good emotes is like definitely makes it worth subscribing. Where are your emotes? I get so many like gift subs like from bigger channels that tend to flood my list of emotes. There we go. Yeah, the Creeping Darkness, little wavy, her robot avatar. Let me give a follow to her. Lessons Learned as well. He's my co-host. We do a podcast. We're doing one later today. In probably like 3 hours. A little over 3 hours. Just chat, just gaming news and stuff. Like what's going up in the gaming industry for the week. Legro's also another streamer. But he primarily like streams a lot of Switch games. I've noticed. You really enjoy Mario Tennis, don't you? especially when the game cheats. It's always fun to watch the game cheat. Although you tend to play with more online with other players. Darkness. Here's what I currently have. Oh yeah. You got your sad elephant robot. A little mad. Okay. Streamlabs, the second reason I got you was so that you can have a named bot and not your default Streamlabs, so why are you doing that? Might have been because I transitioned to a different scene that doesn't have the alert box attached to it. I play a lot of games, a consistent game setup. Yeah, I don't either. No, honestly, I'm probably going to be a hipster when it comes to games that I play. Just games that aren't particularly popular or being covered. Just anything that I find fun. Yeah, the Creepy Darkness VTuber, I love it. Your whole setup and stuff. She introduced me to the whole VTubing thing. I've seen some of it before, but I've never really like delved into it the way like she got me into VTubing in terms of like having an avatar set up, what it goes into setting this stuff up to. Like since she's also like going through all of this, it's neat to see her start up and get into this, and she explains this on her stream as well. Like what her setups is, what she's planning to do, commissioning. That's a big thing. She's covering commissioning a lot. In terms of, it's not just as simple as asking an artist, "Hey, no, here's my crude drawing of my emotes of what I want. Make it pretty, and I'll start putting it on my Twitch channel as an emo." You got to think of like, rights to the work that you've commissioned. Establish those rights between your artist and what you want. Obviously, you want full rights to use it for what you commissioned it to, but you also want to give them their rights to their work. It looks a lot of fun, but a lot of setup. Yes and no. Yeah, you do need like a beefy computer, I would imagine. I guess it also depends on your rig as well. And she knows more about that than I do. I prefer to just like like make little funny costumes and dress up. This is based off an enemy from a game that I play and no one knows or cares about. Oh, is that what that is? Honestly, I've been meaning to ask you what your emote is. I actually have that one too. Pew pew. Where? Ah, why? Oh, I know why. That's because I'm looking at the Streamlabs chat box and not my actual chat box. Pew. It's slimy. I spent of smiley. Since I'm trying to make it, I was thinking about trying to make my own emotes, but I'm like, I mean, I sat down and drew that. I'm like, okay, it's gonna take me a lot more effort to get my drawing skills set up and try to scribble out something. Like the avatar I have for pretty much everything that I have social media is something I drew myself. That took me a lot of tries and a lot of revisions. Even then, I'm not all that super happy with it. Yeah, if you run 3D like I do, it'll tax your CPU pretty good on games. Yeah, especially with the GTA 5. What should I call it? Chaos mod. Coldseer really loves torturing you with that. I run a 2070 GTX. It still crashes. Yeah, water cooling. I'm always hesitant with water cooling. I'm like, ooh, I worry about it leaking and stuff, but I'm like, I guess at the same time, I'm pretty sure my main water source is in the corner of this room over here. I mean, if it ruptures, it gets all over my electronics. The same sort of risk. I've also seen, like, I once saw somebody, like, have a setup to where, like, their entire motherboard and everything was inside of a case full of mineral oil, I believe. Essentially just to cool it. Of course, the fans, all they do is just, like, circulate the mineral oil. I don't know how much better that is, but I'm sure it's expensive. And I don't know, and in terms of like masks and costumes and stuff, I was thinking of like either getting like cheaper masks and either trying to customize them in my own way and wearing them just to be silly. Like, I like the idea of like making suits and stuff. Or just making costumes, not so much suits. I don't know if I'd ever make like a whole fursuit. I'd be really weird and get kicked out of the fandom, because I think if I were to make a full fursuit, I would actually try to make it out of actual animal pelt, and I'm sure that would get me kicked out. If I showed up as like a cow, as like a bull or something at like a fur con, and my fursuit is completely made of like cowhide. Yep, the fad died out. Now extreme cooking is done. Oh. With liquid nitrogen set. Oh. Oh, was it really more of a fad, the whole mineral oil thing? And not necessarily practical? Because if something's practical, then it would have been... You die before you get kicked out. Yeah. That's so weird. Which is odd, because I've been to a fur con... Like, one of the local fur cons here. I'm pretty sure there was like somebody in the corner like selling, like I had a decent setup. They were selling like small animal pelts and stuff, like, you know, box tails and rabbit tails, but I mean it was small stuff. It's not like an entire cow. Mineral eventually erects PC. I figured, like, I don't think you want to dip your computer in anything liquid, regardless of how conductive it is. Yeah, I'm also, I noticed some people were pointing out that my audio kept dipping in and out too, and I think that might be because I was yeah, furries only care if it's ethical or not. When I say die, I mean oh, overheat and die. Yeah, I can see that. I'm like, I can see some furries getting either very, oh my god, how dare you kill a poor cow kind of thing, and some other furries like, whoa, that's the coolest thing ever. Can I meet up with you later? No, come back to my hotel room. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, if I was gonna wear a fursuit, I'd have to figure out, I think I would try to make something very elaborate underneath in terms of cooling. Like, do liquid cooling, like have small little pipes, small tubes under like the suit that like circulate water. Essentially give the suit its own vascular blood system of cooling. Leather are very warm. If you did a full suit, might make sure it's the con is in the Arctic. Yeah. Oh, like the blood vessel. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the first one to think about that. I'm like, how to make a suit? Let's look to nature. What does nature do to cool itself down? A cool vest. I've seen the cool vest as well. Also too, if I were to make something leather, and this would just get way into making like engineering skills that I absolutely don't have, but that'd be cool. I would make like an actual like rig. Like you'd have to go in there and to where like you're actually standing, like I don't know, how do you describe it? How animals stand? Like we essentially walk on like our our ball and essentially like our ankles like this. Camera. But animals walk on like almost just their toes, and they have of course that extra bone that stands out. So like paw and then this and then up. This would be like the femur and knee and whatnot. I would make like an actual rig like that, so you're not actually standing. You're not actually like standing on your toes, but you're also not like having to try to do something like elaborate like that. I mean, that would be really cool, but that's getting into like Hollywood levels of trying to make something authentic, like that Minotaur from Your Highness. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen that Minotaur. Like that whole Minotaur suit looks very sexy, and they even gave it a penis and stuff. So I did my test with the CPAP thing last night. The machine wasn't that bad. Being forced to sleep on my back while I sucked it. Oh, you're not a back sleeper. I think I fall asleep on my back, but I think I might wake up on other part, like on my side. I can't do laying on my stomach at all, though. Net spectrum eyes. Not at all. I'm a front and side sleeper. So are you still having to wait on results, or have you been cleared to go back to work at the Creeping Darkness? Zozo is her name too. That's Creeping Darkness, just her handle. I feel like later there'll be my eyes with my eyes closed rather than actually sleeping. Oh, yeah, I've been there. I go back tomorrow. Oh, do you have to go back and sleep again tomorrow? And I know, Net Spectrum, you mentioned that you had insomnia. And so did you get like a full night's sleep yourself, or did you just also do that whole, I'm gonna just lay here and try to fall asleep, but as much as I try to pretend I'm asleep, I'm not. I've done that. Oh good, you get to go back to work. Mostly the latter, yeah. It doesn't happen to me that often. But it sucks when it happens, and I can't imagine like having to go through that every night. My husband does that. Like he has a lot of trouble falling asleep. The doctor recently gave him some like sleep aid stuff. I'm debatable on whether it's helping him or not. Like he does fall asleep. I'm not sure how restful his sleep is, and he of course has difficulty getting up because he's very groggy. Of course, I think mine only temporary from upping my serotonin dose. Yeah, that'll do it. Usually too, if I'm excited, it's hard to fall asleep. Like if you're looking forward to something, or if I'm anxious, the doctor gave me something to help me fall asleep. It's not really meant to be taken as a sleep aid, though. It's an anti-anxiety medication that's also an antihistamine, so it makes you sleepy anyways. Oh, serotonin. Okay, yeah, I got those mixed up. Hey Ultima, how you doing? I've just been chilling for like the past, like 24 minutes. Just chatting. I'll probably get into like some Mass Effect Andromeda soon. I can put on the mask if you guys want. I've been doing amazing for yourself. I've been doing pretty well. Work has been stressful, but good news. I got like, I'm off this next week. This is just a regular vacation. I always like to take a week off like every couple of months, like every 3 months, so I don't burn myself. But my work is very, very, very tiresome and emotionally draining. But I applied and got a different position at my job, so I'm hoping that's going to be a lot less stressful than it was before. Although I have to learn a lot of new skills that I didn't have previously, which I'm looking forward to. I got a job at a spicy chicken fast food chain restaurant called Bojangles. Bojangles, I think I've heard of it. Or maybe I've just heard that word in general in January, so I've been super busy with that. Fast food's not easy. I freaking hate it when people say like, oh, you should get a real job, and never like, oh, fast food jobs are just for kids and stuff. No, it's not. Like, that's a real job. Like, fast food restaurant is not a real job. Cooking fast food restaurant, but fancy restaurant as a chef, that's a real job somehow. It's cooking. Bojangles is kind of like redneck Popeyes. Ooh. If it's as good as Popeyes, it's yummy. It's one in North Carolina. I'm a lobby attendant, so I keep the parking lot clean. And still, that people don't realize, like, that keeping things clean and neat, picking up trash, that's a job. That is such a task. Like, I can't keep my house clean because I have to work, and then I either spend my whole time cleaning and keeping the place all clean and stuff like, the 1950s, or I actually spend time doing something that I enjoy. The Spectrum. Oh, I'm off. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and enjoy your lunch. Thank you for stopping by. I just enjoying chatting and stuff. We'll probably get into some gaming in a little bit, and after I do the third thing, I repeat the yeah, we have a position like that. So for those who don't know, I work at an animal shelter. That's the more acceptable term. I work for the pound. I work for a government operated pound. We only take in dogs and cats, so no crazy animals and stuff. We have a position like that that's pretty much, that's all you do is you spot clean. The way we take care of the animals and the kennels, we just, we do initial clean, we pick up their poop, we rinse it with disinfectant and clean it up, make sure that their bedding's fresh, they have fresh water, throw away any of the food they didn't eat from overnight, make sure that they're all healthy and stuff. But it's just a lot of cleaning, and then we have another position after that, another shift that's just spot cleaning. That's all you do. Get a section of kennels, you go through it, scoop poop, you rinse it down. You don't use any disinfectant unless the kennel becomes vacant. And once you get to the end, you go back and do it all over again. Of course, I work at like a high capacity animal shelter, so we have about like at least like around 300 dogs at a time, and we have 300 kennels, more than 300 kennels, but our primary kennel area is about 300. Creepy Darkness going to hike. Have a nice stream. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Creeping Darkness. Ooh, I look forward to it. I always look forward to your streams. Going to keep you open as long as my battery allows and lurks. Enjoy your hike. Oh, and there you go, Streamlabs. You're not doing the thing you're supposed to do, not using my chat box or my chat bot. Ultima, the managers, everyone, even on the manager, say I do an amazing job, and main manager always says that she loves it when I'm working there. Same days as yours. I know that feeling too. I get that a whole lot. Everyone gets so excited when I'm there. I'm sure this week is going to be hellish for everyone because I'm not there the entire week. But every time I cover like the front, the business, the front lobby is all happy. Like, oh, you're up here covering, yay! Or you're up here working today. I'm so happy because I'm really fast, I'm really good with the dogs, I'm really good with the customer service, and I can handle situations, some more delicate and potentially dangerous situations that might happen. But I'm moving away from all of that. Essentially, what I actually do is my position is the kennels, which just means that we run the facilities, like the animal husbandry, the intaking, and essentially just the facility in general. It's a lot of hard work. We have such a high turnover rate because people go in there thinking that they're gonna be more interactive with the animals and get to play with them and stuff. It's like, no, you're pretty much responsible for providing their basic needs of, making sure their kennels are clean, making sure they're fed, making sure they're healthy. And pretty much the only time you really interact with them is during intake. And when you're walking through, when you're cleaning too, you can interact with them. You're not allowed to, you're not supposed to be taking them in and out constantly because that takes up too much time, and you don't potentially know the behavior offhand of every single animal in your section. Having to head out now, Ultima. Thank you for thank you. Well, thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate anyone stopping by. It's a lot of hard work, but I am moving to our vet tech position. So I don't have any experience with a vet tech at all, but I've worked there long enough to where I know a lot about what they do, not necessarily the technical aspects. And of course, what I think primarily want me there for is because I can handle a lot of the more aggressive animals, which apparently that's where their point of high turnover rate is the fact that they have to work a lot harder than techs have to work a lot harder there than they would in any other place, especially private practice. And they have to handle a lot more aggressive animals than they would anywhere else. Essentially, the way the supervisor of that department puts it, it's like, why would you work in a place where you have to lift a lot of animals up and handle a lot more aggressive animals, if for the same rate, maybe even more, you can go work at private practice and just do really light work. I can't blame anyone for not wanting to do that. There is some reward to working in a place like that, but I kind of don't. Part of it too becomes a bit, I don't know, I don't want to say exploitative, but it can be in terms of you're here because of the animals, so we can work you like a dog and do all of that. Hey Kupanada, how you doing? How was your stream? I hope you didn't get killed in the zombie game. It's like Project Zombioid. Is that the name? I'm terrible with remembering names off bat. Kupanada, another streamer. He does chill streams too of whatever he feels like playing. Nope. Not a second time. I'll probably go ahead and start like playing Mass Effect Andromeda in a bit. Put my mask on. I should finish my coffee though, because I can't really drink it with this mask on. But hopefully, like, I'll start streaming some more. So that's the other thing too with this new job. My schedule's gonna change, so I'm gonna have to see what's gonna happen with you know, in terms of what my schedule is. Obviously, the first couple of months is probably gonna be a lot of training, so it's probably gonna be, my schedule's probably gonna shift around. At least that's what I'm anticipating. So in terms of how consistent my stream is, we'll see. Take your time, enjoy your money, brother. Yeah, I think I pretty much got all day until 11 o'clock when I do the podcast with Lessons Learned 1. Hey, Stormy, how you doing? Put up Koopa Nada's sexy Koopa wink. So many Bowsers. Yeah. So, we'll see how my schedule goes. I'm hoping, too, that they might be able to put me at, like, a 4:10 schedule, but I'm not going to hold them to it. Once I get trained on everything, and they can probably find, like, what I'm best at. Ooh, I get to learn how to do dentals and stuff. Though, we'll see how I can handle the surgery, because I do get, like, I can do injections and stuff when it comes to giving vaccines and stuff, and I've handled some pretty gnarly situations, but for some reason, which is weird because I'm really cool with getting medical procedures done to me, observing medical procedures and stuff kind of makes me squeamish, and I can only describe the feeling that I get overwhelmed with in terms of, like, I get, like, incredibly weak. Like, I all of a sudden I have, like, this sudden feel of atrophy, like, throughout my body whenever I see medical procedure, or if I have medical procedures and, like, bodily functions described in technical terms, for some reason makes me just so weak. I'm hoping I get to overcome that a little, but usually with the high pace and stuff, I'm pretty good at, like, dealing with those situations. I've unfortunately seen some pretty gnarly things with animals. I was like, ooh, I wonder how my first amputation is going to go, because sometimes you have to amputate limbs off of animals, usually, like, when they come in with something, a limb that's, like, way too mangled, or it might be more beneficial to just chop the limb off versus just try to fix it. Yeah, I'm squeamish when it comes to injecting someone. It might be a practicing. Yeah, like, it did take me a while. I was squeamish too when I first started, like, 7 years ago, with giving vaccines, because we vaccinate everything that comes into the shelter as it comes in. So it did take me a while to get vaccinated, but this is why I didn't like being a lead, which is what my current thing is. I don't like managing people. When you get some new people who have never done this before and might be a little squeamish too, but their coping with it is trying to do it, not get to do it as often, or try to avoid the task, which you shouldn't do. I did the opposite. I actively try to get better at it, to better myself, and that's what I do. That's my philosophy in life, is I try to be the best, I guess, at what I'm doing. Not necessarily the best. I want to be good at the things I do. I've taken, like, a college martial arts class, and I don't know if this is true, but my martial arts teacher said, like, Kung Fu. Kung Fu sort of like I have to look that up now. Kung Fu means it's like being good at something, being good. So he always says you should strive to be like and whatever you do, you should be the Kung Fu of whatever you're doing. Like, do the best at whatever you're doing. Whatever you're working on, do the best. That's highly respectable. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I learned how to do. I got better at vaccines. You know, people get squirmish because, oh no, I'm gonna hurt the dog or the cat. You know, giving a vaccine. It's like most of the time the animals don't really notice, and even then, get better at it. Like, get really better at just getting in there, injecting it, and pulling it out. So you don't have to have it in there as many times, or you don't miss and you have to go in there again and poke the poor animal again. Microchipping is even like worse, because microchipping is a pretty big needle. If you've ever seen an animal microchip, they say it's about the grain of rice. It's a little thicker than that. It's about the length of a long grain rice, but it is kind of thicker than that. So those needles have to be even slightly thicker than the actual microchip. So, like, I've gotten really good. People like know. It's like, there, microchips in. Sometimes you do run into the occasional animal where their skin is unusually tough. It might be a little harder to get in there. Or sometimes you have to be careful of the opposite when an animal's skin is unusually thin, because you could accidentally poke out through, like, your little tent when you're injecting and accidentally, like, stick out the other end and shoot the microchip out. It's just some of the things, but I got better at it. Like, I've actively wanted to be better so I don't mess up and I don't hurt the animal. I don't have to do more. Like, that's my philosophy, is get better at it. So you don't have to cause as much distress to not just the animal, but the other people around you as well. And so you could do your job better. So now I have to look that up. Let's see. Kung Fu, meaning of word. Okay, the term Kung Fu is written in Pinyin as Gong Fu, which is more accurately an appropriate pronunciation. The term is made up of two main words. The first, Kung, meaning skillful work, hard training, endeavor. Wushu is probably the more correct term to apply to Chinese martial arts. War means okay, but it didn't tell me what the fu means. Okay, because that was just a Google's little summary, which didn't tell me everything. Okay, so Kung can mean skillful work, hard training, endeavor. The second Fu means time spent. There you go. So yeah, it's I see what he was getting at. So you're essentially trying to put the time and effort in becoming skillful and stuff. That was his philosophy. That's what I try to do, is try to get good at things. I don't try to necessarily be the best, but try to be the best me and try to, enhance my skills and be good at what I'm actually doing. It's so weird. Like, I think people don't think about that when it comes to animal care. Is, yes, be the kung fu of shit scraping. Be the kung fu, like, you want to be the best at cleaning that kennel and making sure there isn't any shit and germs on the walls, so that the next animal that gets placed in there doesn't get sick. Like, people don't want to think about, want to be, like, considered the best shit scraper, but yes, that's what you should strive to do, because that's your job. Pacific U, moving towards one highest potential. Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, at the same time, too, you can also, I think it's perfectly fine and acceptable to realize that maybe whatever you're doing, or maybe some aspects of your job or your profession or anything you do in life, maybe, your level of reaching your highest potential and it's not very far. And I think that's fine. That's fine recognizing it. Like, out of all the responsibilities I'm supposed to do in my job, my weakest is when it comes to social interactions and, I guess necessary customer service. I'm not the best at customer service. I'm sort of glad I don't really have to sell stuff, because I'd be even worse at it. But I'm pretty socially awkward. I'm pretty bad. I I don't do like the things I'm supposed to do, like introduce myself, like, hi, my name is Caesar, blah blah blah, gonna be your adoption counselor and stuff. I'm very I have difficulty in holding like small conversations and stuff like that, and I recognize that. But I still try my as best I can if I have to be put in that situation, if I do find myself in a situation like that. Same thing with managing people. I'm bad at disciplining. I'm bad at, like, well, I don't know. I can hold people accountable, but I'm bad at trying to get them to learn from it, because I think that kind of falls more on them wanting to get better and wanting to do the best they can. I can't figure it out. My I guess leadership skills is try to lead by example, but if people don't pick up on my example or don't want to, or that might not be their style, like I don't know what to do. So I mean, at the same time, that's also why I want to move out of this position, because they want us to be more active in terms of managing staff and all of that, and I don't think that's me. I really don't. And I don't think it'd be fair to be in that position if that's what the shelter needs, and I'm not meeting that need as well. I know right now they kind of like, oh, we really don't want to see him go because I'm really good at all the other stuff, all the admin stuff, all of the other admin stuff that you guys possibly couldn't fathom, because there's a whole lot to when it comes to like animal control, rabies control, and so much that I can get into detail, and some of it's not very pleasant. But I'm really good at all of that. I'm really good at our really convoluted data entry system, and know a lot of tricks that most people don't like, know a lot of the odd functions of this really bizarre program that we use. And that's the other problem. It's like people don't seem to ever want to I've tried to teach people, it's like, this is how you can catch your mistakes that I keep having to point out to you. Do this at the end of your shift, and, you know, look over this and stuff. People don't ever really bother to. And it's like, at that point, it's like, why do I even bother? It's like, it's just easier for me to go in there and just catch these mistakes and fix them myself, which I'm not supposed to be doing. I also like the, I can't stop thinking, just the way the camera's pointed at me, and I have this microphone, it almost seems like it's supposed to be right next to me. It should be, my hand should be going behind it, but it isn't. I saw something on Twitter like a few days ago, that people were saying like, oh no, Joe Biden really isn't president because he's clearly green screened in front of the White House because his hand went through like a microphone, or went in front of it when it looks like he should be behind it. It's like, that's just a weird perspective thing. Like, look, this right now looks like that. Like, my hand should be going behind it, but it's not. Because this thing is at an angle, this camera's at an angle, I'm standing at a weird angle as well. Because otherwise, like, over here, if I were to like stand pretty straight on my desk, you just see this door and all this other crap that I haven't bothered cleaning up. And I want my like setup to look at least nice and somewhat professional. I got like clothes thrown down there, a vacuum cleaner that's been sitting there for 2 weeks. So it's like, no, don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to all my nerdy knickknacks in the background that you can't really see too much detail on. And don't pay attention to the clothes that's hanging on my microphone stand to act as a counterweight. 2 weeks, yeah. I was trying to clean up my room like 2 weeks ago. Pay attention to the Krogan. Oh, you mean Drac? Or do you mean the little grunt action or door? Yeah, I have a grunt plushie. There's also a Garrus plushie hiding somewhere back there too. But yeah, so it's been an exciting month for me. I got a new position. I'm going to start it soon. I'm really hoping that this position leaves me with a lot more energy and time to work on videos, to stream more, and to do other stuff. Yeah, the grunt plushie, yeah. Like, oh, I can go grab it. Because, I think I have the Garrus plushie hiding behind the ratchet and light thing, which I need to figure out how to get that turned on, and the Dracon box thing. Same mindset for my new job, yeah. So, you know, once training is over, I'm hoping to set up something more consistent, or at least see what my new schedule is going to be for the time being to work around it. But hopefully once I get trained, I get to set up a more consistent like streaming schedule. Hopefully I can put out my reviews. I mean, I've been working on this review for like a year now almost. It's almost been a year since I started recording stuff, like I think in May of last year. Like, I showed you some clips of it, but like I really don't want to try to figure out that setup and not accidentally put porn on the screen, because there's a lot of my computers riddled with porn everywhere because I'm that disorganized. Like with some weird Krogan porn. So we'll see how the rest of the year starts going the next couple of months. But thank you everyone who's supported me on the way to becoming affiliate. I kind of sucks for my YouTube subscribers who I've had some people on YouTube show up in chat and stuff. Kind of sucks for them, but come over to Twitch. I mean, it's fine over here. Just set up a quick account and subscribe, follow me, and have notifications turned on, and you can just like see when I'm on. Yep, Krogan porn. That should be some of my emo slots. I was thinking about that, like a Rex and like Garrus emote. I don't know. I was thinking like, oh, I don't know. The emote might be too small if I can put them both on one emote. Like, hey, why not both? Kind of emote. That's the thing. I guess that's going to be my branding, is like thirsty stream. Let's roll over fantasy characters and romance situations. I would stream a lot more like of those furry visual novels and stuff, but of course all of those have like adult content, and that's totally not TOS for Twitch. I was also thinking of making a quick little review video of that game. It's more of a tech demo of Mutant Alley, where for those who don't know, Mutant Alley is just essentially a interactive tech demo where you get to fool around with a anthropomorphic Tyrannosaurus Rex in an alley. Mutant Alley. Yep, stroking that dinosaur. Yes, I love your Krogan original character. I think I've asked, but is that model? I feel like that model. You probably got it from like the usual Krogan models and stuff. But it really reminds me of the model of one of the Krogans in Mass Effect Andromeda. A younger Krogan. He's shorter too. And that's something I liked about him. Okay, yes. So he's Vern. His model is based on Vern from Mass Effect Andromeda. I love him. I'm not a fan of the colors that they decided to go with him. I'm really not a fan of all the colors they went with most of the Krogans in Andromeda. But I love him because he's different. He's not the stereotypical Krogan. He's a smaller, shorter Krogan male who's more scientific, like base and stuff. Like, he's important but he's still important to the clan, not because of his muscle and stuff, because of his brains. Because he's working on like I believe like Drex SideQuest is trying to save him because he's like working on crops and stuff, so they can have actual food and not like just eating whatever to survive. I think that's what he's working on. But I like him because like sure, all the giant Krogans with the giant cocks and the giant muscles and stuff. That's hot. That's fine too. But I like variety too. Like I want to see a smaller, shorter Krogan, do stuff. He's like Okir and the other Krogan scientists and T'Chaka too. Yeah, but Okir. Yeah, but the thing is, like those other, I like those as well because they're also different. Like the mechanic guy. There's the doctor on T'Chaka. There's Okir. But they have the same model and the same, like, physique as well. Like, essentially there's kind of copy-paste and recolored and stuff. But, like, Vern has, like, a different model. Like, they actually put effort on making him different. And granted, like, you can argue that, like, okay, so you made, like, the smaller Krogan, like, the scientific, brainy one. It's like, there's no reason why he can't be like the badass with a gun and stuff. Maybe rely on tech more to make up for the lack of like girth, I guess. But it's different. That's what I like. Oh, I see you, princess. Oh, is there a kitty trying to come in? I'm sure one of the cats is probably trying to like play, pawing through the door or something. Oh, I've been going for almost an hour and just chatting. At this point, I probably should have changed the thing for Mass Effect. Honestly, wasn't expecting to like chill out this long. But we could go on to, while we're on the topic of like Mass Effect, we could go ahead and switch over to that. Where are you, Frosty Mods? I turned off my computer yesterday because I decided to give it a blow job and blow the dust out of it. But I still haven't put it back together because I need to wash out the filters that I put on my computer. I don't know if anyone else like is invested in putting like screens on their computers to try to keep the dust out. But that's what I have on my computer. So right now my computer is all naked and stuff. Whee! That way. Oh, I guess you can't really tell. It's missing like the front face right now. And I don't think I have the panel open on the other side. Alright, so Mass Effect Andromeda is launching. We can do a neat scene transition. Phew! It's the one downside to my like setup, so I'm at my desk right now, but in order to get to the couch over there, I gotta like pick up everything. So let's see. Poop. So, anyone have a preference? Lights on, off, mask on, off. I'm sure Stormy would like the mask on. I'll assume a one vote for the mask from Stormy. Phew. Mic stand this way. Let's see. Let's see. I'll leave the lights on. I gotta like. I need a better mic or camera stand. I'm waiting on a light ring. I'm not sure how that's gonna work with my webcam. Okay. Like a hub? Do you mean as a hub as in a... the little outlines for it, as opposed to just like a rig, like a physical rig. Ah. I got a text message from a spammer. Hey, would you like to buy a house? Sell your house. I don't like how crooked this camera is. Oh. Doesn't show up. I also don't like how this screen. I like how this doesn't give me like mod tools for my stream. I can't see whatever you just like sent. Okay, and so anything new? So Stormy, did you mean like a hub as in terms of like a thing around, like a border for it, or like something physical? Because unfortunately, like what I have to work with right now physically is I have an old mic arm that I have this camera. I clipped the camera to it so I can have it close to where I'm sitting. And it's just like a little monitor cam. Yeah, an outline for a camera. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that, but I can see about stealing the one from here. But yeah, I was actually thinking about that, and I haven't played around with it. I'm not sure what I'd get over it. So, oh, that's right. Yeah. I have to load my... No? So load the manual load. So what I was actually doing... off stream, I was playing around with some of the armors and the guns. The weapon manufacturing and stuff. The crafting to... see if we can get some interesting guns. I honestly didn't come up with any of these. I looked them up and just saw what people were posting about it. There isn't a whole lot, which is kind of sad, because the customization in this game for the weapons is really cool. The armor as well. So I was looking at wearing this remnant armor, and as you can see, it's me, so I had to come up with really stupid names for it. Because the remnant armor gives me a I put a bunch of reductions on cooldowns for abilities. Although I did want to keep the helmet because you can see his face. So this is the helmet that goes with it. And I kept the same color scheme because I want to look fabulous. I like the purple and the white. So as neat as this helmet is, I prefer that he still wears the helmet, but you can see the face. So we can see those sweet, sweet facial expressions. So, The greatest sim of this game is that the helmet's visor is transparent. I gotta see how tired his face is. Just to make the camera. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I need a better, like, transition. I also don't like that if I want to keep my camera widescreen, like for the previous scene, I have to keep the setting the same for this one, so I can't have it in a 4:3 on this screen. Otherwise, it would have shown as a 4:3 in the other scene, with when it's just a close-up of the camera. I mean, I could always switch the helmet out too. It's like I honestly don't have that much of a preference to it. Hey, the Rational Dub, how you doing? Hey, thank you. You just missed like me rambling for about an hour. Affiliate, emotes, work schedules, work in general, just chat interactions and stuff. So I just barely hopped into the game. What if you make two different sources for the same camera? Oh, that's true. I could try that right now. Let's see. That actually might be it. But let me see if I can do that. Let's see. Video capture. New source. Totally professional. We'll do it live. Oh. There we go. Just remove this one. Let me take a look. So this one has one. I'd have to look at what that asset is. There's the social media, the game capture. It might be these labels down here. No. Intermission webcam. It might be. Okay, so it's just part of the static background. I'm like meant to put the webcam in there. Yeah, that's so white there. Oh, there we go. Can I copy this? Copy. I guess I can't just paste it in there. Add a group. Okay, so this asset. So this one wants it in widescreen too. There we go. There we go. That's as fancy as I can get it. Uh-oh. Looks like the camera's dead, though. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm totally professional, doing it all live. Alright, so where we left off, we were about to do Leon's mission. Hi, princess! Oh, we got a little companion right here with us. Oh, she's trying. She's like, I'm gonna give you kisses still. Oh, princesa. Princesa. So, we're about to do our the personal mission.
Looks like
for
a match for the system info Liam gave me.
Liam.
Detecting ESO wash and debris. Ships have been through.
My contact Veranda's out there, I know it. Gear up for pirates.
It's not landable.
I've got a plan.
Great. He's got a plan.
So, Liam, it's debatable which character is my least favorite one. It's a toss-up between Liam and Peavy. But I feel like I am leaning towards Liam more. I mean, a lot of it might be personal to me in terms of BioWare, unfortunately, like, messing up two predominantly black characters in their franchise, and both in the Mass Effect franchise. And also, he just comes off as annoying and knowing it all, like such a know-it-all and such an asshole, when he's supposed to be kind of sincere. Like, I feel like they're trying to go for like the nice asshole. Leon is more lame. Jacob is chill. Yeah, but Jacob has a lot of like problematic issues to him. And Jacob was just bland. I guess that's a toss-up. Jacob is bland, and then there's a lot of issues with his loyalty mission, and then sort of what they do with him in the third game. Liam at least like either gets people to love him or hate him, which I think might be better than just kind of middling. But I still don't think that they're both good in any way. So, Liam gave, for those who missed like the last stream, which was almost like a week ago now, Liam apparently was giving some information to an Angara informant to kind of gain some trust, but he was doing this behind the backs of leadership. He didn't involve leadership in any kind of way and what kind of information he gave him. And I guess the biggest thing, and it hasn't been really implied all that much, is like the location of the Nexus and stuff. Which is, you know, I guess like it's I guess the same way as like Aya, the Angaran, like, I guess capital right now planet is sort of hidden. So I guess the implication is that the Nexus location is sort of hidden and only known by like certain people. So I guess the fact that his informant got kidnapped by pirates and might get that information torture out of them is bad, especially when it's all classified information that he's been feeding her in order to gain trust and didn't tell anyone until now. So that's what sort of irks me about this. Especially since we're going to go through a lot of hassle, and then at the end it's just all like, oh, okay, and everything's all cool now, so no harm, no foul kind of way. It's like, no. Like, I should have gotten the option to kick him off the ship. Like, you know what? No, you're done. You can still support us. Go back to the Nexus and stay over there. I don't want you on my ship anymore. If you're going to be that much of a liability, Leanne, I don't care if you learned your lesson. You need to go sit in the corner and think about what you did. So, we didn't even like scan the other planets and stuff. But let's see. Leanne salvaged a scavenger debris field. Multiple irregular trajectories suggest that the field is a product of repeated genesing of waste and not from a single explosive event. Single cluster and background planetary radiation is preventing accurate scans. It is possible one or more ships could remain undetected in this quagmire. Quagmire. Alright, so we have to bring Leanne along, obviously, but who are we going to take with us? Do we want Daddy Krogan? Do we want, you know, sexy blue alien D? Or more like B. His booty's nice. So, we want Purple Butt? Do we want Krogan Daddy? Or anybody want anyone else? I mean, Vetra's pretty cool. And then there's the rest. Because otherwise I think I'm going to lean on Joel. Even though I should probably bring a biotic with me. You know my vote already. Krogan Daddy. I feel like you probably like Krogan Daddy over Joel. Actually, I don't quite know your vote. Any is fine with Pacific Fruit. Actually, like, I'm not 100% sure, Stormy, on your vote. But I'm leaning more towards Trek for you. Oh yeah. Also, Drek's my call. Okay, so yeah, I was right. Actually, let's go with Drek, I guess, because I haven't, but since you want biotics, yeah, we don't need biotics. I think we'll fine. I have some biotics, but I think preferably we'd probably either go with, like Cora, but let's just go with Daddy Krogan here. Also, Stormy, how's the stream looking? So I did take your advice and I bumped the resolution up just a little bit, decreased the frame rate, and bumped the bit rate just a little. Hopefully not too much to where it stresses my connection because our internet sucks. So I'm hoping it looks a lot better than it did previously. Hopefully I'm sounding good too as well, because I did disable the suppressor so that because I think it was hiccuping because since it's using up video card stuff for the game and the stream, it might be putting too much stress on the card. Oh, thank you. All right. Hey, I have you to thank, actually. You're the one who gave me the advice. All right, so we're going to go with Daddy Krogan. I also kind of like that Daddy Krogan. It might be the armor, but it does imply that he kind of has a bit of a belly on him, too. I could be wrong. Yeah.
All right, we're set to go. Somewhere.
This is on me. I'll take care of it. Any sign of the pirates who took my contact?
What just happened there?
There's too much background radiation. Could be anything hiding out there. All that debris in
The
orbit.
second Liam glitch, too.
That tracks. Heard they were scavengers. I'd hoped Bradley or some of our colonists would follow. Join in.
How dare you, Liam? Don't walk through my Daddy Krogan look-alike hologram. That's very rude. I keep him around to give me the words of encouragement that I want to hear from Drac, but he won't say himself. Nice going, kid. Also, this is like a weird thing to, in my personal opinion, it's kind of weird that we had Mass Effect 2, which introduced armor customization in terms of colors and stuff, but they didn't have an option for the lights. Then Mass Effect 3 came around and it did give you the option to change the lights to a different color, and now Mass Effect Andromeda, the game that came after, does not let you customize the lights on the armor, which I'm disappointed because I want to change the lights on the armor. I think to like a purple or something that would go better with the colors than the red. So yeah, that's the other thing too. So rather than get like actual support besides the Pathfinder, he's like, let's ask the farmers off of our first settlement to help us out in this like space combat against pirates, as opposed to, I don't know, oh damn, I'm spacing on his name again. Kratos, the sexy Turian on the Ark, who's like the head of the militia. Like, I think he'd be a better person to ask about this. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame. Even more that it's not an easy to mod. Oh, is it not? That might explain why I didn't stumble across a mod for it. I didn't look for a specific mod for it, but I would have figured I'd come across it as one of the popular ones. So, nope. Seems odd. Liam, this seems off.
Still don't know why you'd try an outpost first. Why not a strike team?
Exactly.
Like I said, I gave Rand a lot of Nexus data. If the pirates got that, they'd know a team was coming.
We're a team.
I'm not risking the Tempest either. I say we play to their scavenger routes with that debris. I'll explain in the airlock. We've wasted enough time. Let's hit the go button, shoot pirates, and save
nice
people.
Camera angle there.
We've got this.
Got some shoulder pad action right there. See, it's this whole attitude. Even if you call it out, he still continues it. It's like, don't worry, I made this mess. I can fix it. I can fix it. We'll fix it.
What we've got is a chance.
And I'll make the most of it. You'll see. We play this right, they'll deliver us just where we need to go. I have a plan.
And that armor too isn't added on. It's in the game by default.
Not loving this plan, Liam.
Come on. Hiding in derelict cargo to get scavenged. Sure, we don't know what we're up against. Neither do they. Trojan horse simple.
Oh, I don't think I changed the
don't
helmet.
last long without air.
There's air. Whoa. This isn't right.
I wouldn't have taken off my helmet.
Liam, you said to expect pirates. This is a catch ship. A big one.
Change of plan? Okay, it's a catch ship. But scavenging isn't their MO.
Alarms, Liam.
Doesn't change why we're here. Find Moran and get out. Somehow.
Alarms, Liam.
I know!
Move it! That cargo is your pay!
Sam, that's...
The Angaran language, Pathfinder. There's no breach, it's your ship sensors. What the? Tell Callum we have stoves, we have stoves!
Definitely not kept running this thing.
Cut them down!
That gun's pretty neat.
Report! What's going on down there?
Sounds like we could get some monsters.
Yeah, I also changed my class to be an explorer, which is like the jack of all trades.
For the last time, report! We just fixed those base seals. If you idiots blew them, I'll have your skins!
Oh, there is a... Oh, cool. I'll need to go grab that. Not the most comprehensive mission briefing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now you know, Stormy. This is a mission... Ugh. Like, I have mixed feelings about this mission. I sort of like the buddy cop dynamic, almost. I think that's what they were trying to go for, but the situation it's not fitting. It's not fitting at all. Like, this is serious. Like, what Leon does is really egregious, and the fact that he pretty much gets away scot-free with the, without any real consequence for his actions, like, really upsets me. Especially, like, at what is at stake. This isn't, like, some sort of, like, small oopsie-poopsie. This is, like, this can totally fuck up, you know, thousands, hundreds of thousands of lives that have no support. There's no home planets, no nothing. Like, ye could have fucked up, especially the entire Andromeda initiative, and it's like, it's just played off as whoopsie-poopsie. This has been mean to death. Oh, what has the whole air venty thing? Oh.
Everything's under control. Just a simple weapon malfunction. How are you?
What is this? Get cameras on the bay. We'll figure it out!
They really went with the Star
Stoked.
Wars reference.
This ship is property of Talonwing. Now you're property too, just like the rest. I don't...
Well, that wasn't going anywhere useful. Shoot pirates, rescue contact?
She's here. Somewhere.
Oh, I'll go with all the
Think they've
stupid,
salvaged this
goofy
thing?
dialogue.
They're not
How about
kept.
that? So
Sam,
that's
do
what
you
the
have us?
game wants it to, and I think
Not
last time I
precisely,
went super
Pathfinder.
serious.
Debris and radiation are still disrupting scans.
So where to?
Find Rand and fast. This way.
Are you sure, Sam? I could just whip out my tricorder. It seems to be...
Not that way. Start there. Let's go.
Who the hell puts a turret right in front of a door like that?
Right to the door they came in.
We're sure the captives are there?
Has to be somewhere. I think I've heard of this Calla and his wing. Supposed to be small time.
The ship says different.
Lucky find?
Enemies ahead!
Yeah.
That's gear from Varan's outpost.
We don't even know if she's alive.
Shut it!
Reinforcements.
Holy crap, this, that assault rifle ripped through them really easily. Holy moly. Did you guys see that? Like the way that Angara was running, like he moved faster than his run animation, so he kind of slid through.
Door sealed. Override from the console?
Your rider is dislocating his shoulder. Oh, that console.
Come on! We have to find Varan!
We don't even know if this is the way.
Well, something has to go right. You take a risk for the right reason. It's supposed to work. Ugh.
Yeah, see, it's like his entire plan was all movie based.
You dent your locker, the principal will be pissed.
It isn't a joke. I jumped us here blind. We don't know where anyone is or how anything works.
Fucking get
and
it
now
now.
we're fighting some asshole who wants everyone chained. It's like hitting Andromeda all over again.
Seal the bed.
Don't make this about the whole initiative. We're here to help, and why am I the one defending your plan?
I don't know.
I will not be ignored anymore.
See? Total asshole.
That's it. Space them, Callan. We can't. Ugh, I will not be ignored.
Such an asshole.
We almost fucking died right here. Why the hell did you take your helmets off?
Ah! Shit!
Oh, is this the part that was mean? I think this is the part that was mean.
Liam! Hold me!
Get on the junctions. Go.
You folks need a hand?
Boogie!
You have timing!
We would have come in sooner, but we didn't know how we could help. Settlers aren't soldiers, but a wreck of a ship with bad shielding? We've got engineers, son. Oh, power surge. This beast does not like being prodded.
Is the artificial
It's almost like we got really lucky there. Oh yeah.
Liam, Pathfinder, are you okay?
So, this part of the mission I like because it
We're
does
here.
take like
But things have gone a little sideways.
Get to engineering. Fix the graphs. And I'll do it myself.
because it's like, oh yeah, this is like a spaceship.
Sounds like we made your man angry.
Fuck with the gravity.
You take care of the fighting, Liam. Find Varan. We'll keep this barge stable.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like it gives you a good sense of vertigo while like, oh, holy crap, oh yeah, that's right, we're in space.
I'm having difficulty analyzing predictive meshes. Walls are not floors.
I feel you. Yeah, just as sideways as we are.
No advantage then. Keep on your toes.
Of course, I have to be careful. That gun could kill me because you avoid reloading it by having it suck the life out of you.
A ship like this would really bring in recruits.
Item 40. Report.
Cat Foundation and Garn's hatch job.
40% functional at best. Partially stripped.
Parted out, then dumped. A junker.
So the pirates are getting by the aesthetics of a cat ship. Like, that's neat.
No going back now.
Bright side, no one's sneaking up on us from behind.
Okay. Let's see that notification here. Debasso TV, thank you for following.
Dead end past the door.
Bound to be another way, back above us.
Oh, the vertigo.
Long way up.
Wait, there'll be a vent. We could blow it.
You knew that how?
Brand mentioned it. I believe I said she studies tech. Watch it, they're getting their footing.
So am I. There. See how it's done? Seal them in. Shoot them. No more excuses.
Shit!
We'll get the door. You fight.
The space is giving them trouble.
Even ground for everyone.
What is wrong with you squids? There's only 3 of them.
A little help on the outside makes all the difference.
pirate shit.
Let's all stay focused.
Pathfinder, Grace is working on the lockdown.
Thank you for the chance. Let's get eyes on some data. Can you spot a control hub or console? In the room? Have your Sam push a scan of it to me.
Alright, magic tricorder. Let's do it. Too far.
Forwarding scan result.
Thought so. Kala did a power reroute. Easy fix. Here's 2 access points to hit. I'll sync when you activate.
Well, go team.
Alright. Navigation, Talon Operation Override. Kalot Grating. Cat control interface grafted with Angaran components. Detecting Angara shuttle protocols. Data override kill record. Jaren dead. Paid him back for kicking me out of his little trading group. I wish I could have seen his face, paused for surrender, and then rammed him. Lost AF control. Dirut Dong dead. His stupid group was always too good. Never knew his name. Won't know it now. Using weapons strained core. Unknown dead. Who was that? Don't care. Threatened to shoot his crew if he didn't fix unshielded core. Shoot anyway. Talons moaning about needing workers. Fine, it's a collection of record. Drace and crew, aliens. Good with their hands, maybe ransom, need to grav control. Verand and crew, heard of her, ransom, repairs first. Data core, or data override, trade record. Salvage run, need plating, trade cancelled, fixed thrusters, trade cancel, fixed thrusters, trade cancel, ship has to work.
Progress made. Next one.
And we know a little about this cabin.
Big chip on his shoulder. This ship definitely made him dangerous.
I'll go air fry.
Seen his kind before.
Ooh, pork really
Small
quick.
man,
Yummy.
big gun.
That sounds good. Systems, Talon Operational Override, Kalot Transcription, Angaran. Start log. Decompression, or decommission their junk into stars, but radiation here must have cooked it. Took it off course, I'm getting power. So what if half of it's irradiated? That's still 100 times the ship we had. Yeah, you're right. We could get a lot if we sold it, then go back to salvaging, like animals, weapon fire. Or we can use it to kill everyone who ever looked down on us. You with me? Then just fix the top 3 malfunctions. That's all I need for once. I'm getting power. So someone on a power trip. Found a Ket ship afloat. Vessel Regarrigues, 3 restart report, translated from Tonasol. The restart record status decommissioned, failure, lost support, drive core, weapons, external sensors, internal sensor, failed abort.
Looks good. Hold for unlock.
And there's how they salvaged the ship.
He found a way to retrofit a derelict, and he's wasting it on raiding?
Sometimes you just want to see shit burn.
I've accessed their security, such as it is. Door control? And cameras. Westy?
On it. Watch the monitors.
There's a red. And... what the hell? They have humans locked up too?
Got your timing wrong, Liam. Khaled wasn't hitting the initiative soon.
He already did. Pathfinder, we have to end this.
Working on it.
Gravity shifting.
Get off my ship.
Wookie?
Still here. We'll find you a route to those captives.
It's the cargo bay.
Again?
What do you mean you can't see them? Well, get ready everywhere! He makes me feel punchy.
Pathfinder, that door up there. It was blocked before.
How about it, Bradley?
Negative. You'll have to scan for something manual.
We move this. Maybe we can reach the door.
Let's find the controls.
I could reach that door.
There's where we need to go.
Move the crane, pop the door. Perfect. Still literally slowing the pace for a moment.
Just hacking multiple systems while parked on a ship careening through a debris field.
That means he's good.
Can't suss that one. Check for a console.
Oh, I see.
Still on their cameras. Khaled has filled the hall past that door.
And the captives?
Past them.
No, through them.
Door and crane. Here they come! They're pushing harder!
Caleb's feeling the pressure. Keep it up. It's like fighting in a topsy toy box.
Leave alliteration out of it! How many pirates does this guy have?
Big ship. Looks like an easy gig.
That's the last of them.
Damn, the sabotagers are like no joke. Stuff. Stuck.
Knock knock.
Too polite. explosives.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah, I know. Explosives are hilarious.
Cycling power for doors ahead, but it seals the one behind you.
We're not turning back anyway.
You know we're getting real lucky.
Look, some things you just have to count on. Skill, purpose, allies. You have them all in spades.
And if it goes wrong?
It already...
They're bunkered in the next room, Pathfinder. Sniper, maybe two, and I think cages?
Thanks for the lookout.
Have to take out that sniper.
More pets, let's move! Where are they hiding?
I thought I'd get that sniper.
Doors open, Pathfinder.
Is this ship 80% dogs? Come on!
Now's our chance. Take them.
See that? There's our captures. Kick it off.
We need to get in there to help them.
Oh crap. Got annihilated. This game is awesome. Yeah, so I think this game is a lot better than what people give it credit for. I think the story, the concept's fine. I think the execution is terrible. The gameplay and stuff is fun. It just, unfortunately, it gets a lot of hate because it didn't live up to the name of Mass Effect and stuff.
See that? There's our captures. Kick it off.
We need to get in there to help them.
know what happened on the other side of that door.
So the mechs they introduced in the second and third game made it here. So it's like their own version of it. The Hydras.
Hello? Anyone alive out there?
We're here. Your initiative? Where'd you come from?
Trading ship out of Kadara. Your Nexus?
Ryder. Pathfinder from the Hyperion.
Holy shit! An arc showed?
Is Miranda alright?
Liam, what are you doing here?
They don't want you getting killed over what I told you.
I'll never give that up. Not that it matters. Khaled hasn't asked anything.
He dumped her in here, same as us. We're all just labor. Half the ship is our handiwork.
We didn't realize these pirates had gone after Initiative already.
He isn't picky. Everyone is keeping him down. Everyone is going to pay. The ship rolled up and we surrendered. Seemed smart at the time.
So, yeah, I think this game gets a lot more hate than it really deserves. Especially since I think I don't know, like BioWare seems, for all the diversity that they put in their game, their fandom seems surprisingly toxic and so like very anti like diversity.
Wait, Khaled captured you to fix this thing?
He wanted to ransom us, but this ship is draining him. It's a wreck.
He had to go back to scavenging just to keep it afloat. So he put us to work.
Non-project car didn't count maintenance.
We had help getting this far, and we'll need more. Can you open this door?
I think Dace was working on the systems before all this happened.
Hang on. I've got the override, but we need power. Fault's on their side.
You get that? Turn on the power from your side.
On it. We'll get you out. Augie, did you get all that?
Curiata, can you get them a path?
Allow me.
There's a problem. Dace says the override only pulls the lock.
Meaning?
It lets the door open under its own weight. But it's upside down.
So it's gravity held. You get that, Augie? Gravity.
I get you. Curiata, we've been fighting the shorts. Think you can roll with it? All right, Pathfinder. You have the button. Power, override, and hang on.
You gotta roll this shit.
We have the floor. Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, your exit vehicle will be at the nearest airlock.
You won't have.
Grace will evac, but we can't have Khaled chasing us.
They're up there.
Where is he?
Engine control. Past where they held the captives.
Right. Final stretch to put a stop to Khaled. After all this, I just have one thing to say. Proud of all our people, Pathfinder. Let's do this.
Fine, take them. I'll chase you down and burn you where you live. My talent wing will never let you sleep.
What's he complaining about? Put him right side up, didn't we?
Poorly maintained as the rest of the ship. Oh hey, these like holding cells have pictures of people on them. Oh, that looks like an Angaran. Oh, they're all Angaran. I thought they were like gonna be like a picture of a human and Turian or something. Try not open open these doors.
Inducted coolant systems? Override.
I might be turning around on this plan, Liam.
Me too.
Send coordinates for EOS. What do you mean it's not responding? Everything to engineering. Yes, even that. I don't care if it's eating. This is not happening.
Somebody's
Pushing
world
power
is
to open doors
crumbling.
ahead. Hope you're not having second thoughts. Roll in.
Get a ship, fill it with shooters, and I'm still disrespected. Fine. Fine!
It doesn't have to go down like this.
No one is taking anything from me ever again, Pathfinder! I'll kill you myself!
Cannon's got a pet.
And a shield pulling straight from the drive core. Hold on, we'll try to hack it.
Found a weakness. Hit the mark console.
We'll hack this shield one port at a time. Make it happen, Pathfinder.
Yo, hack his shield. Let's get the console.
Reinforcements! Now! You're tough.
Stay in range of the console.
I found that fiend like I found this ship. Like I'll have you.
Get back in range.
Weapons are nothing. You can't touch me. No, that fiend was mine. It's all mine!
Progress. McCallum's still getting power. Where to?
Hold on in there. We're looking for another weak spot.
Don't take long.
Got it. Liam, do you see?
The chaos.
Got it. Liam, do you see?
Second console. Pathfinder, let's shut him down.
Send on! Send it all! Empty the stores. Throw everything at them! Stop fighting! You're nothing! I'll cage you. Make your people what I was. Nothing!
This is some pretty BDSM stuff, I guess. But more like a status. Definitely more. Consensus team.
Pathetic, Pathfinder. Just lay down and die.
Thank you for the follow.
Stay in range of the console.
Drive core. Redirected.
That's his shield. Talon's shield is down.
Go get him, Pathfinder.
This can't be happening.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Razamataz Xanadu. Where's Smirnoff? He's sleeping in the other room. Oh, hey, so you followed me over from YouTube. Glad to see you here. I like your name too, both your colors.
Everyone! I don't deserve this! I'm better than all of you!
That's it for his guys. He's on his own.
I don't deserve this! I'm better than all of you!
Yeah. That was easy.
That's him done.
Fool. Standing by for evac, Pathfinder. Hit the airlock when you're ready.
Don't take too long. I don't like the look of those reactors.
Like everything else, push too far.
I don't think there's stuff to loot. What else can you possibly have? King color supremacy. Though those two colors probably do go well together. That.
Don't tell me a stock shuttle can maglock like that. I saw.
Don't spread it around. There you are. Safe and sound?
All good, Augie.
We got everyone out just in time. The inside of that boat is 6 kinds of irradiated now. Hold on. Someone wants to say goodbye.
Thank you, Liam. I didn't expect whatever that was.
You gave them plenty of trouble on your own.
Maybe. But it's good to know your friends will come. And their friends.
We'll get people where they need to go. Most want to come to Prodromos. Varan says we might get some Angara. That's good news.
Hold her until we update specs.
No detours. We went through a lot to keep everyone in one piece.
I hear that, Pathfinder. Liam, next time, let's just do cards. I'm too old for this shit.
I'll believe that when you do. That worked out. Everything just so. Before you start, I want you to know, I'm sorry. I mean, this was a mess. Even though we won, it wasn't by much. It was all worth it. You showed Varan that Pathfinder can stand for everyone. But I need to be smarter about taking risks. So, you're right. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Get off my ship. I still don't understand why that's not an option. Get the hell off my ship.
We did good.
What? Really?
Could do with a
I'll
little
take
less
the happy-go-lucky
dangling in open
option.
space, but
You got it. Think that thing would survive a jump back to the Nexus?
No.
probably not.
So I get what they're going for, but the tone and the seriousness is just total whiplash. Detour time. Seraph's always sleeping because he's always tired. Yeah, because he works. Actually, funny that you mention it. I was actually considering getting like another mask. Maybe I should get a German Shepherd mask. Oh, although if I want to keep up the theme of just recoloring mask and making him kind of goofy, I was thinking maybe I should get like a pup hood mask or something and like recolor it. I don't know. What do you think? Still think I should kick him off my ship. Alright. Actually, I've been ignoring this too. The Cloacas, successful. The Blue V's, successful. The Xenophiles are probably gonna fail. Turian Orgy, go. And Futurian's one human. that's the name that I amuse myself too much. That's the name that like amuses me the most. Oh, I'm so stupid. I forgot to change that helmet. So, let's see. Let's go talk to Liam, I guess, and see if he says anything. See in his hidey hole. No. Is he getting fresh with Joel in the crew quarters? Because that's my job. Hey, what's going on in here?
Caught you napping. Do all Angaras snore, or just you?
Do all humans whimper in their sleep? Or just you?
Burn.
Hey, Pathfinder. Still passing that mess with Varan and Khaled. I made sure the Nexus data will be changed. Kesh is none too happy, but she can blame me. The important thing is we're all alive, I'm all in, and I'm doing things different now.
Accepted, Liam. But let's not do this again anytime soon.
Oh, total agreement there. In fact, this made me think how I'm doing a lot of things. I want to arrange a thing for us and the Angara, once their civil stuff is calmer. Maybe talk to Jarl about the Roka. You lend your weight there, I can focus on something normal for everyone.
Oh. Is he telling me to get fresh
Need
with
something?
Joel? Yes.
I can stop what I'm doing.
Do.
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Get the German Shepherd Master, you don't need some fun term. Burn him and burn him, then solar radiation. Or burn him in solar radiation. I don't know if anyone else watches SF Debris, his reviews on Star Trek, but I love his Captain Janeway parody. She's just like this mini Mussolini on Voyager. Oh yes. And punishing her crew, essentially just screwing the crew over intentionally in a power trip. Alright, so let's scan over here. Let's take a look at all these other planets. Oh, so Razzmatazz, or King Color. I could probably just call you King Color. Do you think I should go... I'm sure they make like a rubber like German Shepherd mask, but you think I should try to find one of those, or should I try to go for like a pup hood that I just recolored? Throw some acrylic paint on it or something. Alright, read the planets. Nadirno. Nadirno's surface temperature varies wildly depending on local volcanic activities. Away from the lava streams, a rocky landscape can be frigid.
Anomaly detected.
Ooh, anomaly detected. H119. The size and density, dense metallic composition of H119 give it a surface gravity over 4 times that of Earth. Despite the dangers, mining efforts may be worthwhile. Ew. I would want to mine there.
Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
I don't want to weigh 800 pounds. I guess it'd have to be all autonomous then.
Anomaly detected.
Chauffeur's dense atmosphere efficiently traps Samphreus' heat. Its surface temperature, though frigid by human standards, is warm compared to most of the system's planets. Whoops.
Deploying probe. Anomaly found.
Biogrowth matter. Massive colonies of mold grow deep beneath Chauffeur's surface, filling caverns that may run up to 6 kilometers long. Space fungus, yay! And Tenesta. The endless calcium deserts of Tenesta are spotted with deposits of boron. Traces of Kelt landing parties are present, but all are decades old. Oh yeah, so it's time to go to the rebel, the outlaw, not Tatooine planet. Do whatever's easy. A broken mask would probably be easier to find. Maybe something with fake fur. Oh, yeah, like
Homovios and Prodromos.
that would be fun. Something with fake fur. I'll have to see what I can find on Amazon. This is where I got that mask, is Amazon. I just got like a Black Panther mask. I just realized, did my tie fall off? It did. My tie came undone. Boo. There is like one side quest here that I avoided doing because I thought it'd be interesting to do it on stream, because it's it's another throwback to the original Mass Effect. Rather unnecessary. If I remember correctly. There we go. All professional again. before it keeps bugging me. I don't remember what the hell I was upgrading anyways. Combat tools? Sure.
Hostiles ahead!
Stuck there.
The only generators the Ket brought.
Given the large Ket presence on Piers, I would agree, Pathfinder.
Does that literally fall out of the
Keep
sky?
shutting them down and find them.
that how it Alright.
Well, well. Glad you decided to show.
This your handiwork?
Yeah, it's not as impressive as taking out a base, but yeah, it's mine. Name's Bain Masani. Ket hunting's a hobby of mine.
We should start a club?
Eos is the perfect spot for it. Planet's a Ket magnet. I've been tracking them down, marking locations to target. You took out the crown jewel, but the bastards still have a presence here. You want to protect that shiny new outpost? You better wipe them out.
I'll do whatever I can to keep Prodromos safe.
Glad to hear it. Sending nav points to your Omni tool. Happy hunting, Pathfinder.
You obviously weren't a cat hunter back in the Milky Way.
No, I worked in the private security sector. Pay was good, but the job bored me. A buddy of mine told me about the initiative. Thought it'd be a hell of an adventure.
Bring any family with you?
Hell no. My mom died when I was a kid. Never met my father. Heard he was a big-time merc. All I know is he gave me his name and nothing else.
So Zaid Masani is a deadbeat father. So the last name Masani is just a reference to one of the characters in Mass Effect 2, who's a DLC character. He's just a merc. That's it. Like, he supposedly started one of the bigger gangs and then got backstabbed and kicked out, and he's been seeking vengeance. Never mentioned a family at all. I mean, I could sort of picture that, but it seems such a weird thing to include. It's like, hey, let's make
you didn't come to Eos
Zaid
with Bradley's
a deadbeat dad.
No, I'm one of Tan's scary exiles. Left the Nexus after the uprising. Been planet hopping ever since, hunting Ket.
Not sure anyone likes the cat, but you really seem to hate them.
What can I say? They're ugly. And I'm a man about aesthetics.
Why did you join the uprising?
Didn't like how they played God, deciding who woke up when. So, I played mutineer.
Part of the deal?
When things didn't pan out, I went my own way.
You didn't want to stay with the other exiles?
Honestly, most exiles are arseholes, and not the lovable kind.
Why do you think the cat are drawn to Eos?
In my experience, they go wherever those weird-ass structures are. No idea why. I gave up questioning the damn things. Better to just put a bullet in their head.
What a nice man.
Stay safe, Masani.
That's the goal.
I guess it won't go away. Is that it? And that's it. That's all for, like, cameo. Such a weird thing. Someone later name dropped Okir, which is Grunt's creator / father. It's amazing that everyone knows, I guess, the important people, or is connected to the important people.
Got them all. Bane, we're coming up on the barracks.
Stay sharp. Shouldn't be as many here as the base. No reason to get cocky, though.
blasting off again.
You haven't asked any questions.
Do you know the exact force required to detach your dermal plates? I thought not.
A field log, Pathfinder. Issued to patrolling Cat.
Sure we can't find a way to kill him again? Think that's the last of them?
Not bad, little duck. Not bad.
That...
Obey this order. Translated from Tanasic. Reporting Invictor. Account final orders. Comment. I will say this only once. Focus on the new aliens that have arrived. I don't care about off-world orders. It's obvious to me that the old tech does not and cannot give us what we need, no matter what is still hidden. But these new arrivals have understandable, useful technology, and they may be viable for more uses. If we return with answers about them that serves and raise me, if answers about old tech only serve the order we have, you want to raise me, or you will find yourself the subject of collection and study. End report. Little duck? Eh, not really. I don't think it's the worst. It's a little odd. What about Ryder? Does it remind him of a duck? No, do these just like move? This is just more busy work, more open world busy work with a big Mass Effect 2 name slapped attached to it.
Damn good work out there, Pathfinder. Wanted to extend my thanks in person. You did a hell of a thing, taking out all those Ket.
You showed me where to head.
Ah, you would have been fine without me. But you didn't drive all this way for me to kiss your ass. Here, your reward. Glad someone from the Nexus is competent.
Stay safe, Masani.
That's the goal.
Busy work complete.
Ascent is go. Ryder.
Alright, let's go ahead and land on Kadara. And I think we'll call it the end, because then I have to get ready for the Lessons Learned podcast. With my co-host, Lessons Learned 1 here on Twitter.
System, Gavorkum. Approaching Kadara.
Besides being a haven for Nexus exiles, what do we know about this place?
Group of exiles called the Outcasts liberated Kadara Port from the Ket. Until recently, their power was absolute. But a new gang, the Collective, has been chipping it away. Real shady bastards led by an unknown called the Charlatan.
Well, with luck, they'll be too busy shooting at each other to notice us.
The Charlatan can steal your heart too. I'll definitely romance him. Starship wreckage. The partial remains of a Ket dropship. Whoever destroyed it thoroughly scavenged its parts, but perhaps they've missed something. And a bunch of junk. Leather bindings. Baker, or Bakker. Disputes among exiles break out frequently over Bakur. The gas giant is useful for ships looking to replenish their helium-3 supplies, and is thus a resource to be claimed.
Anomaly detected.
Mine. Okay. The planet Mine. Colbert and Baron are among the resources available on the aptly, if unimaginatively named Mine. Workers struggle under heavy gravity and frigid temperatures to bring their prizes home.
Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
Mountain. The dense and radioactive metals make portions of Mine difficult to scan. This mountain, thick with valuable resources, had gone undiscovered until our arrival. Because we have the magic triton. But only when the plot dictates it. A lot of these planets have a lot of, like, whirly, like, cloud formations. I wonder if that's common.
Anomaly detected.
Or if that's just, like, really unimaginative. Divernos. A massive ball of rock and frozen methane. Divernos has little apparent metal or scientific value. Would-be miners from Kadara keep scanning it just in case. Desperate.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Guess they missed this. A metal ideal for lightweight construction of a variety of applications. This deposit is readily accessible. Beryllium. Trobard. Loosely translated, Trobrorb is the Krogan word for cinder or ash heap. This massive desert world harbors no life, water, or minerals of any use. Okay. And Kadar. I don't remember if Kadar is the name of the planet or the port.
Now orbiting Kadara. Standing order for all incoming ships. The port is a ceasefire zone by order of Sloane Kelly. She was head of Nexus Security.
Be ready for anything, and keep comms open. Should hear from our Resistance contact soon.
Okay, so this is the planet. Kadara. A mountainous world originally settled by the Angara. Kadara is now a haven for Nexus exiles and pirates. Yarhar! In addition to this criminal element, the planet is plagued by toxic water caused by atypical amounts of sulfuric minerals. Yay! Sulfuric acid! Who doesn't like sulfuric acid in their water supply? Can't get enough of that run smell egg. That run egg smell in my water. Let's go to Kadara.
Incoming call. Patching it through.
There's been a development regarding the spy, Venturev. Rendezvous at Crawler's Song. Your contact's codename is Shayna.
Shayna. Got it.
That's one hell of a welcome sign.
Exiles have stepped up their game since the revolt.
Oh, I guess Daddy Kurgan's in casual wear. This dangerous planet.
Not too shabby for folk who got kicked off the station with nothing to show for it.
They don't deserve admiration.
Maybe we can get them back on our side.
We know they can fight Ket.
Our supplier's waiting. Come on, we're gonna be late.
Do I even want to know?
Nope.
I just like the fact that I just walk out with no armor, no nothing, no guns at all. Okay, whatever. I'm in like a spacesuit. Oh, alright, so I'm gonna call the end of stream for now. I'll be back in about 45 minutes to do the Lessons Learned podcast with Lessons Learned 1 here on Twitch. Thank you everyone for stopping by. King Color, and thank you for following me over from YouTube. I appreciate it. Where's my screen box? Oh. Why, Twitch? Why does your app suck so much? No, thank you for everyone who stopped by. Allegros, Stormy, Kupanada, the Green Darkness, the Rectal Dub, Pacific Fruit, Nat Spectrum, I saw you earlier. And anyone else I might be forgetting, thank you for all the follows. And like I said, I'll be back in a few minutes with the Listeners podcast. Just got to get ready, make sure the pets don't need to go out, and maybe stuff my face with something. But thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I'll see if there's someone to raid really quick. If not, I'll just call end of stream. Ooh, the nice screen is streaming. Little Nightmares. Let's do dashboard. Did that work? Yes, it did. Oh, I like how I don't even get the button to push to raid here. Thank you everyone for hanging out.